Welcome to Narrow Ground Entertainment. I'm Steve the Unimpressed, and this is Steve Solo's Minecraft episode 14. In this episode, I am going to make another excursion to the Nether, because I am nothing if not stubborn, and despite the fact that this has ended disastrously before, I am going to continue to try and find a Nether fortress. I've been into the Nether twice trying to find a Nether fortress, and I have failed both times. Hopefully, the third time is the charm. I took a look around and figured out there's one direction in the Nether that I have not gone in search of my Nether fortress. I believe that it is west, so I'm going to try that direction, and we'll see if we come up with anything. And if we don't, there's a good chance that I'm just going to use a mapping tool to find out where one is, because it does get a little old continuing to search for the same thing and never finding it after a while. Before I do that, I am probably going to go and see if I can collect any additional feathers from my chickens and make myself some more arrows, because my supply of arrows is very low, and if I do find another fortress and wind up encountering blazes, I'm going to want to have more arrows than 8 on hand. I have come up with a bow that has the mending enchantment on it through fishing, so that will be helpful. It means that I don't have to worry about my bow breaking the more I use it. Well, as long as I'm holding it when I collect my experience orbs, the bow will actually be repaired instead of breaking further. And it has the power 3 enchantment on it to boot. It's not a spectacular bow, but it's better than nothing. And it's significantly better than the iron sword that has no enchantments on it whatsoever. Let's go visit the chickens and see what we can get from them. Oh, brother. You jokers again. Huh, to you too. Why are you on my farm? You're trespassing. Well, I don't really want to fight pillagers right now, so I'm just going to go around them, and hopefully they don't shoot me. The pillager patrol did not shoot me, or at least they have not done so yet. What I'm going to do with the chickens is probably actually harvest all of them right now. I'm not sure how much flint I have left. I might actually have none, but feathers are usually the bottleneck, so I'm going to harvest all of these chickens and then replace the population by throwing their eggs, in addition to the ones that I will gather when I step into the pen. That entire chest is currently full of eggs, so that should give me possibly actually even more chickens than I have right now. The chicken pen is now noticeably emptier and quieter, and I have 28 feathers, which will be enough for more than a stack and a half of arrows, if I have any flint left over, which honestly I probably should have checked on before coming out here and butchering all my chickens. Now to replace my chickens, I'm just going to throw all of these eggs. Oh, there's one already. Right, well, the chicken pen is now back to being very loud, and the chest of eggs over there is empty. Soon these will grow up, and I will gather all their eggs and fill the chest back up, and then repeat the process. For now, the sun is going down, so I should get, well, whatever. Back to the house and see if I can make myself some more arrows. Those pillagers still here? No, they have shoved off. Good. Well, now that I have harvested my chickens and looked through my storeroom, I have discovered that not only was feathers not my bottleneck, but I already had a bunch of feathers in this chest. What I don't have is flint. I don't have any flint whatsoever, nor do I even have any gravel to laboriously turn into flint. So I'm just going to punt on making more arrows. I'm going to go make it day, and then I'm going to go to the Nether with my 8 arrows, and hopefully I don't die. We'll see how that goes. There. Day. And now, the Nether. Because this couldn't go horribly wrong at all. Alright, I already hear a ghast. While I am here and thinking about it, I'm going to put an Enderman obstruction on my Nether portal. Hopefully that will cut down on the number of Endermen walking through my portal and depositing bricks of warped nylium in my hallways. I actually went down into the undercroft to store some cobblestone earlier and found that one had left a block of a block of warped nylium on top of my barrels in the undercroft. So that was helpful. Now, the direction in which I never really adequately explored is this way. This is west. My plan was to capture a strider and then explore in this direction, but once I had my rather ill-fated strider, rest in peace, I never actually swung back around this way. So now that I'm here and have a little more ability to mine, because I brought an adequate supply of pickaxes with me this time, I brought an iron and 2 stones, I'm going to go back down this way and see if pursuing this direction a little bit further gets me anywhere. Okay, I can see all my little columns indicating where I have already been. That was where I kind of turned, and I know I didn't really find anything that way, so let's keep going this way. Which actually doesn't look that much more promising, does it? Let's see if I can avoid falling in the lava. Oh boy. Okay, that could have gone worse. Let's just fill in that lava source. Maybe I should have filler blocks next to my pickaxe on my hotbar instead of torches. Seems like good policy. Alright, I've gotten up here, wherever up here is. Let's leave behind a marker. Hopefully I'll remember which way I went. But I will just set up another one over here. That should remove all doubt. Okay, I diverted slightly because I noticed over in this corner this giant patch of brown mushrooms. And I don't actually remember whether I have any brown mushrooms or not. I think I do because I think I had grabbed some one time when I was exploring a roofed forest biome, but I'm going to take this opportunity to grab up a bunch of them. If I find a fortress and get the blaze rod that I'm trying to get, one thing that I will need to cure the zombie villagers that are scattered all over my lawn is potions of weakness, and one of the things that I need to brew a potion of weakness is brown mushrooms. I will demonstrate that if we get to it, which probably will not be in this episode, even if I do find a fortress and get myself the blaze rods. Well, speak of the devil. Speaking of fortresses, that is a fortress. How far past where I stopped looking are we? Not far. That is the third pylon that I put up to indicate my way back. And right there in front of me is the Nether fortress. Or I should say that's the third new pylon that I've constructed. Is that a StarCraft reference? I think it is. Tell me in the comments. I never played StarCraft. So if I had dug through the wall to the right of me instead of crossing the crack in the ground to the left of me, I would have found this 2 episodes ago? Last episode? I think it was in the last episode that I explored that part. Still, I would have found this significantly earlier if I had turned right instead of left. And I'm actually, now that I've surveyed the ground a little bit, going to come back and tear this down and go and build it down there, because it is going to be easier to get to the Nether fortress from that side than from where I am standing now, because once again there's a crack in the floor of the Nether. Yeah, floor of the Nether. It's a little ambiguous in the Nether exactly what you're standing on at any given time. Hey, we got the advancement to Terrible Fortress. I've found the Nether fortress at last. Now, I am going to go and start exploring it and try to find a blaze and get myself some blaze rods. In fact, I think I see a blaze right there. There's no way that this could possibly go badly. That's a blaze. Okay, step 1 complete. Now for the hard part, actually killing it. Which actually would not be that hard at all if I had more than 8 arrows. Ah, curses. I am now sincerely regretting being too lazy to go and find some gravel to get some flint. And there's a wither skeleton, who I also did not want to see. Another blaze is behind me. Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be a spawner in here, so I should only have to deal with the one. Which is bad enough, honestly. The other trick, of course, is getting them to come to where their drops will fall on the land when you kill them. Because right now, I don't want to kill him. Oh, wait. He is actually over land, so if I kill him there, I can get down and collect anything he drops. How did he hit me? He's dead, and he dropped a blaze rod. I just have to get down there. Oops. Ignore that. That didn't happen. I also definitely didn't just try to mine it with a sword. That didn't happen either. Ha! 1 blaze rod. I can now make a potion brewing stand. I think it's just a brewing stand. Whatever it is, I can make it now. I just need another blaze rod so that once I make it, I can fuel it. Oh, and I also need to find some nether wart. How can I block this off without burning to death in the process? Ugh. Not like that, evidently. Please stop. Please stop. Ugh. Okay, not gonna mess with lava flows anymore. Forget it. The lava can keep that. Oop, here's another blaze. Come on, do it. You missed. Alright, if we're gonna fight, I need you to come to somewhere that I can collect your loot when you die. Come on. That doesn't count. Alright, that should be good enough. Perfect. 2 blazes, 2 blaze rods. Now I just need nether wart. And for that, I think we are going to try this direction. This is a likely looking direction. Other than, you know, the melty death. Now, the best place to find nether wart is usually in a staircase room. Oh, which I was just looking at. There's some nether wart right there. Perfect. Is any of this fully grown? That one is. 3 will be enough. I already have some soul sand back at base, so I should be able to set up my own nether wart farm. All I need is 3 nether wart. I could go ahead and take all of this, but I'm one of those people that kind of likes to not disturb the natural terrain generation any more than I have to. Ooh, although there is a second staircase room immediately behind it. And some of the nether warts here are fully grown. There, now I have 5. There is, of course, the temptation to continue exploring this nether fortress, even though I should probably take my loot and go home. I'm not really sure which of those I'm going to do. That looks like a spot where there would be a blaze spawner, which is a thing that would be worth investigating, but which, if I'm being honest, I probably should not investigate right now. Prudence, profit. Prudence, profit. Let's just take a look. Let's not take a look by jumping off. I don't have a elytra yet. Alright, let's just get a quick peek at this before we leave. That looks, yes, that is indeed a blaze spawner. And that is a wither skeleton. Okay, that went well. Oop, and just spawned 2 blazes. Okay, it's time to go. I've already died enough times in the nether. There also is a blaze. Now, if I can get this one to kind of stay where I can hit him, I would not at all mind going home with 3 blaze rods instead of 2. Come here, buddy. You missed. Ha. But he didn't drop a blaze rod. They don't always. Would have been nice if he had. Oh well. Finally, in the nether, we got what we came for. A fortress, 2 blaze rods, nether wart. I'm almost tempted to call the episode right here. But I can't do that because we wouldn't really know if I had actually escaped to the overworld with my loot. Let's just make sure that I actually find my way out of here without dying before I do a victory dance. Oop, whoop. That wasn't ideal. I started running towards the nearest marker, and I almost fell in a hole. I should probably cover this over, but if I do, then at some point I'm going to start mining it, not realizing that it's only 1 layer deep, and then I'm going to fall. I'll leave it for now, but I think one of these days I'm going to wind up falling into that hole. Today isn't that day, though. Here's the Nether portal. We have escaped. For now, let's just celebrate the fact that we escaped back to the overworld. Blaze rods and nether wart in hand. That was a remarkably short recording, too. I'm only about 40 minutes in. Imagine if I'd turned the right way the first time. Suppose I should get some of this stuff put away. In the process of putting things away, I have discovered that I did indeed have some brown mushrooms already. However, I only had 2, so I don't regret sitting there and collecting those that I found in the Nether. Possibly I should set up a spot where those will spread for me so that I have a relatively consistent supply of brown mushrooms. I suppose that will be for a later time, though. For now, I think I'm going to end this episode right here. In the next episode, I will probably... Well, no. No, probably. In the next episode, I will make a potion brewing stand, brew up some potions, and cure the zombie villagers that are sitting on my lawn. And then I will finally be able to get rid of these dirt boxes. As part of that process, I will have to figure out where I'm going to put these villagers once they are no longer zombies. And hopefully move them there. Otherwise, they'll just get killed in the night. But that's a problem for the next episode. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel to see more content from me, and if you'd like to help my channel grow, please share it with your friends. Goodbye and God bless.